Okay, I was thinking this time, and just about maybe 10 miles before I got here, I stopped at the beer store and got a couple of King cans. It's all they could fit on the bike. Everything's so squeezed on there. So now I can have something besides water, and it's pretty nice. It's about 29, 30 degrees right now, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so very hot down here in the bush. Haven't been attacked by bugs yet, but I'm going to have some of this. I'm going to set up a little bit, and then I might go see if it's possible to get in that water. So what are we cooking tonight on night 2? Well, I just stopped in at a store, and it looks like my idea of having cuisine out here is not working out because I can't find anything in these stores. But I wanted some vegetables. I had nothing but starch and sodium last night. Didn't make me feel great. So tonight we are having, I just found a can of corn, nice corn, and so I'm boiling that up. And I found, of course, Chef Boyardee. So I've heated that up, and I've still got that homemade tomato soup. So if I'm still hungry after, I might go for that. I've also got milk and all that for my tea and coffee. I can have better milk, and treating myself to a little cream soda. And in the cooler bag I got some ice, so it's full of ice for keeping things cool, for now anyway. And in there I got another can of nice cold beer. So we're doing better tonight for food wise. Good morning. Well, it's the morning of the second day now. Yeah, it's their second morning. And had a much better sleep last night, but probably because it was a little cooler. We had a good rain last night. Fortunately, it was kind enough to wait until I was all settled in the tent before it started. And then it was thunderstorms and heavy rains. As you can see, everything got pretty drenched. I was okay. I was pretty dry where I was sleeping in the tent, but my shorts got completely soaked somehow in there. Could also have something to do with the ice I put in a cooler bag in there. I think it leaked a bit, but between that and the rain, my shorts got soaked and my towel's wet and a few other things. But I'm relatively dry, and it was nice and sunny and dry in the morning, so we're okay. We had a good little fire last night. And now I've got to have some breakfast and some coffee, and then we got a good long jaunt to get to Kap Kig Iwan today. So we're ready to go. Okay, I'm at Kap Kig Iwan. Just pulled in here. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we got a bit of a problem here. At least I'm hoping, I think it's going to be a problem at some point. I have Site 2 reserved. And I get here, there's only one other set of campers here and they're leaving. Everyone else is gone. There's nobody at the office and nobody coming in on Sunday at all. And apparently, this is Site 2. And as you can see, this is not a site. This is barely a road. This is like a little laneway that goes through to the other road. There's no site. There's no fire pit. There's no table. There's nothing. I talked to the people next door and they know, they asked about it too, but you can see they're parked on my road, I guess. And this won't do, even for what I'm doing. This is unacceptable. So because there's hardly anyone in here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the site across the way, which the people left today. It's Sunday. Doesn't appear to be reserved. And I'm just going to take it and tell them, well, that's not a site. And tell them I have to take this site. And hopefully there's not a problem. Now, if there's a huge problem, I guess I have to pick up my tent and drag it over to my road. But this is kind of ridiculous. Well, for tonight's food experiment, I didn't really see a good grocery store. I was watching for one and I didn't see a grocery store. So I thought, well, I'm going to make it pretty simple since I'm not starvingly hungry every night. And I haven't been going well with too much starch and all that, although I'm still going to have a bit of starch here. So what I'm going to do tonight, and it's pretty simple here, is I'm going to try and make rice, like real rice, not that instant rice, because that instant rice is so full of salt, it just... I was just like literally dying for water for the rest of the night. There was so much salt in it. So not going to do that, just making real rice. Now normally with real rice you go 2 water to 1 measurement of rice. So if it was 2 cups water, 1 cup's rice. But what I'm going to do is I'm going 1 cup water, 1 cup rice. And then the other cup, I'm going to put this homemade soup that I bought. Hopefully it's still good. I mean, it's been sealed in a mason jar since I bought it a couple of days ago. So it should be okay. And it's a homemade vegan cream of tomato soup. It was rather pricey, but there's quite a bit here. So it looks very hearty. So what I'm going to do is put 1 cup of that instead of the water into the rice. So it's going to be like this thick, vegan, creamy tomato rice is what I'm hoping for. So I'm going to let that boil a bit. And then I'm going to add the rice once it gets boiling a bit. Then we're going to cover it and we're going to try to simmer it. It's hard to simmer with the Bunsen burner, but I'll get as low as I can. And we'll see how that turns out. There's my tomato rice. It's not quite as soft as I want it, but it's soft enough. So I think it's pretty good without mucking with it and adding water and cooking it and burning it and stuff. I think we're just going to settle for that as it is. Now I'll put on some more water, so that we can have a good cup of tea, because that's all I got to drink with it, besides more water. So, with this somewhat deserted campsite that I'm in, finding some interested places. There's a few people in the park, but pretty much deserted. I guess because it's Sunday. Although I thought in July, Sunday didn't matter and that all parks were busy, but I guess that's further south, like the 400 corridor. But once you get off the 400 corridor and you start heading west, the parks get a little more available. So because of that, I've moved into my hydro site, which wasn't mine, but mine was so crappy I just moved across. It wasn't rented anyway. And now I've solved my charging problem because, and if I can just pan down here for a bit. Whoa, come down. You can see I have a whole hydro pole to myself. So I'm getting everything charged up because I asked around and I learned that it's a bad idea to be charging all this stuff on my bike battery while it's sitting there. I don't want to get all packed up in the morning and not be able to move. So we got everything charging here. We got the drone batteries. I'm working on my third battery now. It's just about fully charged. Got my phone going. I've got a battery pack that I'm going to completely fill up tonight. And of course, this camera that I'm holding now, I'm going to charge that too. And I've already charged my GoPros, so there you go. Thinking while we go along.